Part two for just for today. I will validate how I feel. Now, this one can be a challenge, especially if you're really critical of yourself, especially if you're always quick to blame yourself for little things, mistakes. One thing is a person who's quick to blame themselves generally has the pattern where they're always saying, I'm sorry. And it could be, I'm sorry over the smallest things that don't need that. But for some reason, they don't feel like at the core they're enough. And this is a pattern that is like a domino effect. When you don't feel like you're enough, you take a lot of things out on yourself. Whereas when you start to love yourself, you start to validate yourself, you find yourself good enough, you find yourself knowing what you deserve, things are different. You're not as hard on yourself. I will tell you that for a fact. But this week, with the other positive affirmation being to believe in ourselves, to forgive ourselves, and also to love ourselves. Again, these are stepping stones to getting closer to our soul being, which helps align us with a higher power. Now, I, for one, will tell you when I had dwelled, in the shadow side, because that's all I know, or that's all I had known throughout my life growing up and even into adulthood. It was really hard to come out of that dark hole. But some of the first steps that I was taught was to go in and assess how I feel about things and work from there on processing them. Again, validating. The big one is validating how you feel. Giving that inner person that lives in your inner home a voice when they've never had a voice. And if you're wondering what the inner home is, the inner home is in here. So, one step at a time. So, today, don't be hard on yourself. Be okay with validating how you feel. If you're upset about something, let's validate it. If something doesn't feel right, let's validate it because having your back is a way of protecting yourself. All right, I hope this helps for your challenges. And as always, I hope you have a most wonderful rest of your day.